Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now, guys. Hold on to your hats, because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the biggest NFL rumors of the season. And it involves none other than Max Crosby, the relentless pass rusher for the Las Vegas Raiders. You heard right. There are whispers floating around league circles about a potential blockbuster trade that could shake up the AFC West and, more importantly, have a huge ripple effect on the Bills' Super Bowl aspirations. So buckle in, because this story is packed with details, stats, and what it could mean for Buffalo fans who are always dreaming big. Let's start with the context. The Raiders, currently sitting at 4-10 in the 2025 season, are going through a pretty tough rebuild. After a disappointing season where their offense struggled, especially with the O'Connell-led attack, and the defense giving up nearly 29 points per game, Las Vegas is clearly in a mode of recalibration. They're looking for ways to free up cap space, an estimated $18 million over the cap, according to Over the Cap, and to gather draft capital to rebuild their roster from the ground up. And that's where Crosby comes into play. Crosby, a guy who has been a cornerstone of that Raiders defense since he was drafted in 2019, is a true game wrecker. Over the last couple of seasons, he's built quite the reputation as one of the league's most disruptive edge rushers. In 2025 alone, Crosby has already racked up 5 sacks in just 14 games with an elite 86 pressures, ranking among the top 3 in the league per PFF. His pass rush grade hovers around 90. And he's not just a threat as a sack artist. He's forcing fumbles, batting passes down, and tackling relentlessly. The guy's stats are off the charts. He's also been a beast against the run, allowing just 2.8 yards per stop, making him a well-rounded threat on every snap. Now, why would the Raiders consider trading a player of Crosby's caliber? Well, apart from the cap issues and the rebuilding mindset, there's the added context of internal tensions. Reports from insiders like Diana Rossini have hinted at some frustration from Crosby, who has reportedly been pushing for a trade after a tough stretch of losses and a perceived lack of progress from the team. Crosby is a leader on that defense. He's a guy who elevates everyone around him, and losing him would be a huge blow to the Raiders' defense, which already struggles to generate consistent pressure. It's worth noting that Crosby has been remarkably healthy this season, with only one minor injury, a knee issue that kept him out of a game. But compared to last year's shoulder surgery that caused him to sit out 5 contests, he's been remarkably durable. So, what exactly are the Raiders looking for in return? Well, the buzz is that they want at least 2 first-round picks, possibly more, to help accelerate their rebuild. They need to infuse youth, especially along the offensive line, which has been a weak spot. Las Vegas is in desperate need of reinforcements to protect their quarterback and open lanes for their running game. The trade is also seen as a way for the Raiders to gain cap relief, which is critical for them to extend their core players like Davante Adams and to shore up their secondary, which has allowed 32 touchdowns this season. But let's talk about the impact on Buffalo, because if this trade goes down, it could be a game changer for the Bills. Imagine a front seven with Max Crosby and Von Miller working together. That duo could wreak havoc on opposing quarterbacks, increasing the Bills' sack rate from around 6-7% to an eye-popping 2%. It would turn the Bills' pass rush into a true nightmare for offenses, especially in the postseason when every sack and pressure counts. With Crosby's ability to generate pressure on the outside and his relentless energy, Buffalo's defense would be a different beast. It's not just about sacks. Crosby's presence would elevate the entire defensive line, helping to reduce the opposing QB rating, which currently hovers around 92.6 to well under 80. This isn't just speculation. Crosby's elite production and versatility make him a perfect fit for the Bills' scheme, and his addition would give the team a much-needed boost in the trenches. Now, let's dig a little deeper into what Crosby's presence would mean for Buffalo's defense. With Terrell Bernard out for at least 4 weeks with an elbow injury, the Bills are already missing some key pieces in their linebacker core. Crosby's addition would help fill some of that void, especially in the pass rush department. His ability to collapse the pocket and bring relentless pressure would allow the Bills to blitz more effectively, giving Josh Allen more time in the pocket and reducing the amount of pressure he faces. That extra time is crucial, especially considering how much Allen's game relies on extending plays and making accurate throws under pressure. If Buffalo can bring Crosby into the fold, it would be like adding a double dose of dynamite to their pass rush, making it nearly impossible for opposing quarterbacks to settle in. And let's not forget about the run defense. The Bills currently allow about 4-5 yards per carry, which is a bit higher than they'd like. Crosby's strength and ability to hold the point of attack would help improve that number, making it tougher for opponents to run effectively against Buffalo. His ability to plug gaps and set the edge would complement the secondary and linebackers, creating a more balanced and aggressive defense that can adapt to different offensive schemes. That's exactly what the Bills need heading into the postseason, especially against high-powered offenses like the Dolphins, who are known for their explosive passing game led by Tua Tagovailoa. This potential acquisition also has major implications for Buffalo's Super Bowl chances. Currently, the Bills are sitting at plus 2,500 odds to win it all, according to DraftKings. But if they manage to add Crosby, those odds could jump to around plus 1,200. That's a massive boost, and it reflects how much the team's outlook would improve with a proven game wrecker like him on the roster. Buffalo's defense, already one of the league's best in terms of EPA per play, would become even more formidable, significantly increasing the team's chances of making a deep playoff run. The Bills, with their talented offense led by Allen and Diggs, are always a threat, but adding a player like Crosby would turn up the intensity on defense and give them a real shot at finally getting over the hump and reaching the Super Bowl again. Now, let's talk about the broader AFC landscape. The Chiefs, the Bengals, and the Dolphins are all formidable foes, but the Bills' odds of beating them increase dramatically with a disruptive pass rusher of Crosby's caliber. For example, when facing Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, pressure is key. Crosby's ability to generate sacks and disrupt timing could be the difference maker in close playoff games. And if Buffalo can lock down their division rivals, the Patriots and Jets, who are also fighting for playoff positioning, this move could be the final piece that makes their Super Bowl dreams a reality. Of course, trades of this magnitude come with risks. The Raiders are asking for significant draft capital, and losing Crosby would leave a void in their defense that might be tough to fill immediately. Plus, the Bills would have to balance cap space and roster flexibility. But if the price is right, and the team believes Crosby can elevate their championship chances, it might be worth the gamble. After all, the Bills have shown they're willing to go all in when the opportunity presents itself, and with Crosby's elite talent, they could be on the verge of a true dynasty run. Looking at Crosby's career, he's a player who consistently performs at an elite level. In 2025, he's already amassed 5 sacks, which is a testament to his pass-rushing prowess. Over his career, he's accumulated 68 sacks, and he's been a force against both the run and the pass, with over 500 tackles and 152 QB hits. His pressure rate is among the best in the league, and his ability to force turnovers, 6 fumbles this season, adds even more value. His style of play is reminiscent of some of the best pass rushers in recent history, and his peak performance could be akin to Khalil Mack at his best. If the Bills manage to land Crosby, it wouldn't just be a short-term fix. It would be a statement move, signaling that they're committed to contending for multiple Super Bowls. The combination of Crosby and Miller would form one of the most dangerous pass-rushing duos in the NFL, and their presence on the field would force offenses to adjust their game plans, opening up opportunities for the secondary to make plays and for the linebackers to be more aggressive. All in all, this trade rumor, if it materializes, could redefine the NFL landscape in 2025. It's a move that could propel Buffalo into the upper echelon of NFL contenders, similar to how the Cowboys built their dynasty in the 90s with a ferocious front seven. For the Raiders, it's a sign that they're embracing the rebuild, looking to gather assets and young talent to set themselves up for the future. But for Bills fans, it's a tantalizing possibility, a chance to add a game-changing player at a critical moment in the season. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think a Crosby trade makes sense for Buffalo? Would you be willing to see the team give up draft picks for a chance at a Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills, and I'll be back soon with even more updates. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep dreaming about that Lombardi trophy.